The Desierto Rojo, the driest and most solitary part of the Atacama Desert, is a place where silence weighs as heavily as the heat. Long roads, endless straight stretches, harsh shadows, and a horizon that always seems to recede. It is in this desolate setting that in 2002, one of the most terrifying and least known revenge pacts of modern Chile took place. A case that became known to investigators as the Blood Oath of the Red Desert. The image that represents the case, two brothers standing by the roadside under the intense sun with the desert burning behind them, would become a macabre symbol of this story. The Rivera brothers and the incident that changed everything. The Rivera brothers grew up in a mining community near Calama. They lived in a small, dry wooden house where the hot morning wind seeped in through the cracks and dust invaded everything during the afternoon. Quiet, reserved workers, known for their deep connection to their family. In September 2002, the younger brother was found dead near an old abandoned gas station on Route 23. The body showed clear signs of a quick execution. No resistance, no attempt to escape, no struggle. The only real clue was a tire trail leading off the road and disappearing into the open desert. Something that indicated the attack hadn't been impulsive. Someone had planned it. Someone had waited for it. For the two older brothers, this wasn't just a loss. It was a violation, an insult, an affront to their blood. They would do what authorities never managed to do: find the responsibles and hold them accountable. The disappearance on Route 23. Investigators estimate that it all began 3 nights after their brother's burial. Witnesses stated they saw an old pickup truck without front license plates silently following another vehicle, heading towards the most desolate areas of the desert. The route was notorious for truckers transporting equipment to illegal mines. It's also famous for territorial disputes between smaller groups operating outside official records. For the police, the investigation was complex. For the Rivera brothers, it was simple. Find the group that was circulating near the abandoned gas station on the day of the murder. It didn't take long. The 4 nights of retaliation. Between September 11th and 15th, 4 men disappeared along the highway, each linked directly or indirectly to a small gang that controlled illegal transport routes and collected clandestine tolls. The bodies began to appear days later, always positioned by the roadside in the same pattern, lying on their backs, hands crossed over their chests, red sand accumulated in their mouths and eyes. The forensic experts described this as a territorial message, a mark, a ritual of retaliation. It was a silent code understood only by those who lived in that area. The accidental witness. An Argentinian truck driver reported seeing in early morning of the 14th 2 men standing on the side of the road exactly as in the image of the case, shoulder to shoulder, motionless, staring at the horizon while waiting for a vehicle approaching in the distance. When the truck driver passed, he noticed something even more disturbing. The shadows cast by the 2 were long and sharp, a sign that they had been standing there for a long time, motionless under the sun and the cold, like sentinels, like guards of the desert. Authorities believe that that night another victim was located by the brothers and eliminated. The last day and the final disappearance. After the fourth body was found, the police established a cordon in the region. It was too late. The Rivera brothers' pickup truck was found abandoned 12 kilometers off Route 23. The engine was cold, the driver's door was open, and there were footprints leading in the heart of the desert. The footprints extended almost 2 kilometers before disappearing completely into the sand. No bodies were found, no clothing, no tools, nothing. It was as if the desert had swallowed them both. Officially, they were considered missing. Unofficially, miners and truckers claimed that the brothers made a final oath, a blood oath, not to leave the desert until their revenge was complete. Later testimonies. The desert still watches. In the following years, drivers reported seeing 2 men motionless by the roadside, always in the same stretch, always at dusk, always watching. When vehicles approach, the figures suddenly disappear behind the dunes. They are never found. They never leave a trace. Authorities do not officially acknowledge these reports, but investigators who worked on the case claim there is something unusual about that part of the road, a feeling that someone is still guarding the place, as if the desert had adopted the Rivera brothers, transforming them into permanent sentinels of that piece of land. The case remains open, without solutions, without explanations, without bodies. Just an endless desert, and an oath that echoes to this day in the red dunes of Atacama.